We had very clear discussion about logging concept. Next up, before that, we covered already exception handling concept, right? Okay, sir, we covered already these two things. Now, just the basic idea we provided about, sir, what debugging also. Okay, debugging concept also, sir. Sir, I developed a program. I'm the developer. I developed a program, sir. So, if something goes wrong, I'm not getting my expected output. I'm not getting my expected output, sir. Then, so we have to identify the problem and we have to fix the problem. That thing is by default considered as debugging. The process of identifying identifying the bug and fixing. The process of identifying and fixing the bug is nothing but debugging, sir. Sir, where is the problem? We have to analyze the code and we have to fix that bug. This process is by default considered as what? Debugging is the different, logging is the different, exception handling is also different, right? Okay, make sure you should aware. So now my question is, take a bit very special care about this one, sir. Sir, how you can able to perform debugging? What is the very common way of debugging, sir? The very common way of debugging is usage of print statements. Okay, happily you can use print statements, right? Sir, now what is the problem with this print statement? Sir, after fixing the bug, compulsory we have to delete these print statements. Remember that. So by mistake, if we are not deleting these print statement at runtime, so on the at runtime, even on the client machine also, these print statements are going to be executed, which may disturb our output. At the same time, performance is going to be down because some useless statements are going to be executed, sir. Because I added these print statements just for these print statements are just for debugging purpose, but not for main code. There, sir, these print statements by default will be executed with every request always. Then automatically, what is the bigger problem we are going to get, sir? Performance is going to be down and disturbs our logging, or otherwise, so it is going to disturb our output formats, right? Clear? So to overcome this problem, we should go for what? Assert statement. Remember that, sir. We should go for assert statement, right? So, sir, what is the main purpose of assert keyword? Anyone, can you please tell, sir? What is the main purpose of assert keyword? Single word, sir. The main purpose of assert keyword is for debugging purposes. Okay, sir. Then immediately you ask, already print statement is there. What the need of assert statement, sir? So print statement disabling, enabling such type of terminology not there for the print. Print always going to execute, but assert statement, if you want you can disable, if you want you can enable, just like a switch. Array, execute the program. Even assert statements also no problem execute like. So you can ask, or sometimes you may ask, hey, execute the program. If any assert statement is there, don't execute like. You can ask that. That flexibility by default will be there, sir. Remember that. Next, there are two types of assert statements are there. Remember that, sir. How many types of assert statements are there? Two types of assert statements are there, sir. Okay, types of assert statements, right? There are two types of assert statements are there. So the first category is simple version, sir. Second one is augmented version. Okay, simple version. Second one is augmented version, sir. Sir, what is the meaning of simple version? What is the format of simple version? What is the format of augmented version, sir? Very simple, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, simple version syntax, right? Yes, sir. Some conditional expression like this, right? Yes, sir. Some conditional expression I'm taking, sir. Now, sir, my Python will check this conditional expression. Observe very carefully, sir. If it is true, then automatically, sir, the remaining code will be continued normally. If this condition fails, boss, somewhere something goes wrong, stop the program execution by raising assertion error. stop the program execution by raising assertion error, right? Okay, like you people can consider that. Sir, what is the way how you can use? This is the first syntax, right? What is the second syntax? Second syntax is, sir, assert of conditional expression, assert of conditional expression. You can take conditional expression, comma, assert of conditional expression, comma, message, some message, right? Okay, sir, this condition fails, you can provide some handy message, helpful message, so that our debugging by default will become easy. Like this we can able to use, right? So this one is nothing but augmented version. So augmented version, how many arguments are there? 2 arguments, right? Conditional expression and a message. But simple version is nothing but only conditional expression is there. Remember that, sir. So now my question is, just to take a bit very special case, sir. Let me go for a simple example how you can able to use, right? Just for familiarity purpose, syntax familiarity purpose, let me go for simple example first. Okay, here just my requirement is, here I'm taking x is equal to 10. Assume that, sir, x is equal to 10. Sir, there is some big code I wrote, sir, print of x. Assume that print of x. In the middle, some code is there, sir. In the middle, some code is there. Okay, some code is there, sir, in the middle. Like at last, print of x is there. Sir, just I'm not getting my expected output. Observe that I'm not getting my expected output, sir. So if I'm not getting my expected output, what I have to, what we have to do is, somewhere something goes wrong. Let me run first this one. Let me run this code. Have a look once. Let me run this one. Okay, here py test.py. Observe that. What is the output by default we are getting, sir? 10. Assume 10 is not my expected output, sir. 10 is not my expected output. So somewhere something goes wrong. What I have to do? I have to do debugging. Just for syntax familiarity purpose, I'm taking, sir. What I will do is, if everything goes fine, yet line number 5, compulsory x value should be 10, sir. Regarding compulsory x value should be 10. Okay, remember that. So if everything goes fine, yet line number 5, compulsory x value should be 10. Something like if everything goes fine, yet this line employee salary should not be 0. Regarding employee salary should not be 0. Or if everything goes fine, here x value should be some 20. Something like, you may have some Boolean conditions in your program. To check those conditions, we can use assert statement. Here, assert. If everything goes fine, here what is the x value? Please respond. What is the x value? If everything goes fine, what's my expected? What is the x value? X value should be 10. Observe that. X value should be 10. If everything goes fine, I know my assumption, here x value should be 10. Okay. Sir, now Python is going to check if the x value is the 10 or not. If x value is the 10, what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that, boss? Up to this, there is no problem at all. Can you please continue? Sir, if x is not 10, somewhere something goes wrong, man. Somewhere something goes wrong. Don't continue. Stop this one by raising assertion error. So by seeing assertion error, immediately I can conclude, where is the problem? Where is the problem? I can able to analyze this code and I can able to fix that code. Everyone can aware? Just take a bit very special care. Understanding these words are very important, sir. Here, see. So this is my program. Let me repeat. This is my program, sir. I'm not getting my expected output. If I'm not getting my expected output, means somewhere something goes wrong. I have to identify the bug. I have to fix that bug. This process is nothing but, sir, debugging concept. For this, you can use print statement or you can use assert statement. But anyway, print statement is not good because it's always going to execute at runtime on the client machine also. That's why I want to go for assert. So now I want to use assert to perform debugging of this program. Now observe, I will analyze this code. I'm the expert who is the responsible to perform debugging, right? So if everything goes fine, here just observe big code, sir. If everything goes fine, at a line number 5, compulsory x value should be 10. Regarding compulsory x value should be 10. So is x value either 10 or not? I have to check, sir. Oi, Python, can you please check whether x value is the 10 or not? If x is the 10, if x is the 10, sir, up to this no problem, man, up to this no problem, can you please continue, can you please continue like this, right? Can you please continue like I can ask. So if x is not 10, oh, something goes wrong, man. At line number 5 x value should be 10, but it is not 10. Here there is somewhere the problem is there. Stop the program execution so that I will analyze before this 5 why x value is not 10 and where is the problem I can able to fix. This process is nothing but a set statements. Are you getting basic idea? Yes, man. What is the intention internally, how the set keyword is going to be used? Are you getting basic idea? Okay, now observe. Here I'm taking a set of x should be 10. Okay, can you please tell, if I run this code, what is the output? Please respond. If I run this code, what is the output? What is the output? 10. Because here the condition is satisfied or not satisfied? Here condition is satisfied or not satisfied? Satisfied. If the condition is satisfied, if the condition is the true, up to that there is no problem at all. Boss, can you please continue normally? So automatically this one is going to execute. 10 is the answer by default we are going to get, sir. Now have a look once. Have a look once. Okay, sir, now 10 is the answer by default we are getting. 10 is the answer. Suppose assume that, sir, if everything goes fine, if everything goes fine, compulsory here x value should not be 10, man. X value should not be 10. In the meanwhile only x value should be updated, man. Here x value should be greater than 10. X value should be greater than 10. If x is not greater than 10, yes, these statements are not performing update operation properly. Stop. I will analyze this code. Where is the problem I can able to fix? Observe that. Now x should be greater than 10 I'm taking. Can you please tell, is my condition satisfied or fails? Please respond. Is the condition is satisfied or fails? Fails. So if everything goes fine, here x value should be greater than 10. But at runtime x is not greater than 10, man. Means somewhere there is a problem. Now I will check in this place why x is not greater than 10. I will analyze and I will fix the bug. This process is nothing but assertions. Are you getting the debugging by using assertions? Let me execute, sir. Let me execute. Can you please tell in this case what will happen? In this case what will happen? Anyone, can you please tell what will happen in this case? Assertion error, because here the problem fails. Now observe that. Yes, observe that. Yes, immediately we are getting what? Assertion error. So when once I got assertion error, at which line? Line number 5. Oh, I got where is the hint? Where is the problem? I got hint. Sir, line number 5. Immediately at line number 5, which condition I'm checking? X is not great. X should be greater than 10. Oh, x is not greater than 10, man. At line number 5 means somewhere the problem is there. Now what is the line number 2, line number 3, line number 4? Like I will analyze why x is not greater than 10. I will analyze and I will fix the bug. This approach is nothing but debugging by using a set statement. Everyone can able to understand? Yes, ma'am. Everyone can able to understand? Okay, that's all. Now I have another small thing. How many types of assert statements are there? How many types of assert statements are there? 2 types. Just now I told, right? How many types of assert statements are there? 2 types. What is the first one? Simple version. Simple means this one, sir. Simple means this one, right? Sir, what is the second one, sir? Augmented version means, okay, like. So if this condition fails, can you please tell what will happen? What happened? If this condition fails, what happened? Immediately I'm getting assertion error. Once I got assertion error, at which line assertion error? Now I will check line number. Oh, here x value should be greater than 10, but it is not. That's why the problem is going to come, like, you know. But here see, so simple it's going to provide assertion error, no description. Why don't you provide some description if this condition fails? For that, second argument will come in the picture. Are you getting? For that, second argument will come in the picture, sir. Here x value should be, here x value should be greater than 10. So should be greater than 10, but not. Are you getting right? So it is going to print in addition to assertion error. So my debugging by default will become very easy. Okay, like now observe. Now have a look once. Have a look once. Sir, this condition satisfied or fails? This condition satisfied or fails? Fails. Fails means assertion error with this description. Observe that. Yes, ma'am. Assertion error with this description. Here, x value should be greater than 10, man, but not. Oh, some extra information I can able to say immediately. So line number 5, x value should be greater than 10, but it is not 10. Immediately, why x value is not greater than 10? I will analyze this code and I can fix the problem. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, sir, how many assert statements we can able to write? How many assert statements we can write inside a program? Any number. Suppose here x value should be 10. Legend this one. Here x value should be 10, sir. Should be 10. But not like this I'm taking. Next, after that, at line number 10, another assert statement I'm writing, sir. Assert of x value should be greater than 10, x value should be greater than 10. Here x value should be greater than 10, but it is not. Like this I'm taking, sir. Now have a look once. How many assert statements are used in this program? 2 assert statements, right? 2. Sir, now program started. Now the program execution started like this. Now, sir, first, if everything goes fine, here x value should be 10. Sir, now, is it 10 or not? Yes, it is already 10. Oh, this condition satisfied, man. This condition satisfied. That's why no problem after this. Can you please continue? Please continue like this. Sir, but now here, if everything goes fine, here x value should be greater than 10. Sorry, man, x is not greater than 10. That's why I stop by raising assertion error. By seeing assertion error, at which line the problem is coming? Line number 10. Earlier assert statement already satisfied. That's why in between 5 and 10 there is a problem. I will analyze this code. Where is the problem? I can able to fix. This is nothing but assertion error. I mean debugging by using assert statements. Now how many assert statements I wrote? Two. First one and second one. First one satisfied or not? Hey, please respond. First one satisfied or not? Yes. But second one fails or not? Yes. Second one fails. Okay. Now observe at which line the problem is coming? Line number 10. So means line number 5 satisfied. Up to line number 5, no problem. But only this assert fails means where is the problem? The problem should be in between. The problem should be in between. The problem should be in between 5 and 10, or otherwise 6 to 9 the problem is going to come. Then I will analyze the code. Where is the problem? I will fix it. This type of thing is nothing but debugging by using assert statement. I hope in the session whoever there, everyone got basic idea what is the meaning of assertions, what is the meaning of debugging. Clear? Yes, any explanation is required? That's all. Now immediately you may ask. Immediately you may ask, sir. Now I want to hand over this code to the client. Observe that. I want to hand over this code to the client. So for the client, on the client machine, this bloody assert statement should not be executed. Are getting? On the client machine, this bloody assert statement should not be executed. If these are going to be executed, then automatically what will happen is unnecessary performance is going to be down and the program may not run. That's why I don't want to remove. If you should remove, then where is the difference between print and assert? What is the advantage, right? That's why what we have to do. Vedant, by default disabled in Java, but not in Python. Remember that, but not in Python. Okay? How you can ask? How you can tell? Sir, don't enable, don't execute assertions like what we can able to do. Yes, very simple, sir. Maybe programmatic approach is there. Just observe py hyphen o. Sir, hyphen capital O. Remember this one. What is that? Py hyphen capital O under then test.py. Okay. Sir, while giving script to the client, just I will keep hyphen O. Are you getting? Just I will keep hyphen o. Then automatically what will happen is so assert the statement never going to be executed. Sir, observe this assert just like a comment ignored. This assert just like a comment will be ignored. Then automatically only x is equal to 10, print of x. What is the output I will get now? Ayo, what the output by default I will get now? 10, 10, that's all. On the client machine, happily, the output by default is going to get a 10. So even though condition fails, we never going to see assertion error, because based on our requirement, we can enable assertions, we can disable assertion, both options are there. But for print statement, we are not having any enabling or disabling. Clear, right? Regarding, so I got error. Partha Sadhe. Here I got error. Here I got error. Observe that. Yet which line I got error? Line number 10. Line number 10. Now I got clarity. So in between 6 to 9, in the lines 6 to 9, there is a problem. I fixed that problem. Sir. So now the problem got solved. I'm getting my expected output only. Then automatically, what is the need of deleting these assert statements? Are you able to get? I already solved. I already fixed that bug. Now I'm getting my end user expected output only. No problem at all. But the biggest advantage when compared with the print statement with assert is, after fixing the bug, we are not required to delete this. You can add any number of assert statements. No problem at all. Clear? Yes, ma'am? Oh, if you are going to comment, yes, some people are telling, sir, why don't you comment at last? Why don't you comment print statements also? Yes, man. Why don't you comment print statements also? We can able to do. But the problem here is, this assert you may use 1,000 times. 1,000 assert statement. I have to analyze where is the 1,000 assert statement. I have to comment. I have to remove. It's always a problem. Because already when we are going to do debugging, almost before handover to the client, deadlines are already there. So fire is happening already. Fire started on our head. At that time, am I getting expected output or not? That is our concentration. How many assert statements we added and so on, we never going to worry. Clear, right? Okay. So Vedant Tiwari is telling, wonderful. Sir, control H, find and replace in the editor like you can able to do. Yes, Vedanta, good thing. But 1,000 Python files are there. Then automatically, how many times you are going to use replace operation? How many times we are going to do? It's a problem or not? Yes. Okay, so that's why 1,000 times we should not do. That's why, sir, just use -o. Sir, Divya, we never going to convey to the client. We are going to provide some executable scripts. So for the client, while defining those executable scripts, we are going to use -o option. Don't worry. Or there may be a chance of programmatically disabling also. There may be a chance, sir, maybe disable of 0 or enable of 0, something like in the at the beginning of the code, we are going to keep some what we call 0 or something like. Okay, that's all. This is about assert statements by using debugging. Now let me go for a small meaningful example so that you may get some clarity. Sir, how many types of assert statements are there? How many types of assert statements are there? 2 types. What is the first one? Simple version. Simple version means how many arguments are there? Only one argument. Just conditional check, that's all. Okay. Augmented version means conditional check plus extra description also. So which one is the recommended? Augmented version is the recommended or simple version is the recommended? Augmented version is the recommended or simple version is the recommended? Sir, highly recommended we should go for augmented version, because it is going to provide some extra information also. That's all, sir. So now I want to go for a small another example. Have a look once, sir. Yesterday I provided already hint. Sir, def square it of x. Square root of x. Sir, I'm writing a function, sir. Square root of x. Then return x, sir, into x, like this I'm taking. Yes, that's all. Now what I'm trying to take is print of square root of 2. I'm calling square root of 2, sir. Print of square root of 2. 2 I'm calling. Sir, similarly, square root of 3 I'm calling. And then square root of 4 I'm calling, sir. That's all. Sir, I wrote this program. Sir. Now I have to execute this code. Are you getting? Now I have to execute this code and assume that my expected output, square root of 2 is nothing but what? 4. Square root of 3 is nothing but what? 9. Square root of 4 is nothing but what? 16. I am executing this code. Observe a bit carefully, sir. Observe a bit very, very carefully. Py test dot py I'm taking. So now my expected output is 4, 9, 16. But what output I'm getting, sir? 4, 27, 256. Oh, something goes wrong, man. Our expected output is not coming. In our program, there is a bug is there. Are getting in our program, there is a bug is there. I want to identify the bug and I want to fix that. This word is nothing but debugging. I hope now you can able to understand what is the meaning of debugging word. Clear, right? So there is some bug because I'm not getting my expected output right. Okay, like sir, here total program contain or function contain only 2 lines or 3 lines. But in real time, a function may contain 100 lines, 200 lines, then it's very difficult. Then what I'm doing is just I'm taking here, just observe that. I'm calling, so maybe this query functionality is really implemented properly or not. I have to check, sir. What I will take, assert off, just I'm calling square it on 2, sir. I'm calling square root of 2. 2, can you please tell square root of 2 should be, what is the value, sir? 4. Actually, that is my expected value. 4. Here, the square of 2 should be, the square of 2 should be 4. The square of 2 should be 4, like this I took. Sir, to perform debugging, just I kept this assert statement. Are you getting? Just I kept this assert statement. Observe a bit very carefully, sir. Next, I kept another thing. The square root of 3 should be 9. The square root of 3 should be 9. Like this, I kept these assert statements, right? Now take a bit very, very special case, sir. Sir, now, why I added these 2 extra lines, sir? Why I added these 2 extra lines, sir? Just to perform debugging. Now, sir, assert statement will execute square root of 2. 2. Sir, 2 power 2. What about its value? 4. Array, first one condition satisfied. No problem. Now, square root of 3. 3 double equal to 9. Square root of 3 double equal to 9. Here, 3 power 3. 3 into 3 into 3 is nothing but 27. But here, you are expecting 9. Oh, condition fails. Condition fails. Okay, like immediately observe that. Assertion error. The square of 3 should be 9. The square of 3 should be 9. But you are not getting 9. But you are not getting 9. Have you observed, right? Where is the problem? Oh, square root functionality for 2 is working properly, but for 3 it is not working. Oh, we have to analyze the code. Array, I took x power x by mistake. I'm sleeping while writing the code. Like I will give left and right to myself and I will remove this star. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, I will remove this one. Then automatically x into x itself is nothing but what? Square. Or otherwise x are 2, like this. You can able to do any kind. So while writing the code, I may sleep, or otherwise I'm thinking about Katrina Kaif or somewhere. Okay, I did a small mistake. That's why because of that mistake, the problem is coming. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, now observe, I changed that. If I changed that, yes, is it my expected output is coming or not? Array, my expected output is coming or not? Yes. Can I require to remove these assert statements? Is it required or not required? Not required. Not required, because if everything goes fine, here value should be 4 only, here value should be 9 only, no problem at all. But unnecessary, these assert statements are going to be executed, which may affect the performance of the system. That's why we are going to use -o test.py. So the biggest advantage, assert statement won't be executed. Just like a comment will be ignored by Python. That's all 496. So now everyone got clarity. What is the meaning of debugging? How you can perform debugging by using assert statement? Clear? Array? Clear, right? That's all, sir. Okay, not required to keep much explanation. Now I have one small doubt, sir. What is the difference between exception handling and the assertions? Exception handling and the assertions. Anyone, can you please tell the difference between exception handling and assertions concept? Assertions concept can be used to alert the programmer to resolve development time errors. Remember this one, sir. To alert the programmer to resolve development time errors means debugging. Before delivering to the client, if anywhere debugging is required, assert statement is going to be helpful. Exception handling can be used to handle runtime errors. Exception handling provides alternative way. Even something goes wrong, our program should be continued normally. I want a normal termination, graceful termination only. Then we should go for exception handling. Are you getting it? While writing the code, I'm always going to have alternative mechanisms also I'm going to define, which is nothing but exception handling. Assertions is nothing but after developing the code, if something goes wrong, if you are not getting expected output, then to perform debugging, then we can go for assertions concept. Okay, next for debugging purpose or to track for the future purpose, I want to store my flow, application flow in the log file, which is nothing but logging concept. Okay, a beautiful terminology, sir. You people should aware. Beyond that, nothing is there about these words. Clear? Why I'm spending much time, why I'm repeating multiple times? Even in the yesterday session also I repeated multiple times. The reason is it is a bigger confusion for most of the people. What is debugging? What is logging? What is exception handling? What is the meaning of logging? How you can implement like that? That's why I repeated multiple times even in the yesterday session. Okay, that's also there in the cinema. Now Superfast Express file handling concept. Okay, exception handling completed, sir. Now we have to talk about file handling. Remember that, sir. New cinema is going to start. Okay, file handling concept. Are you ready? Can I continue, right? Okay, well, now listen this one, sir. So in the part of programming requirement, it is always required to store our data, for the future purpose. Are you getting right? It is highly recommended to store our data for the future purpose. The part of programming, the part of program execution. Best example, sir, my account balance should be stored somewhere. Are you getting? My bank account balance should be stored somewhere. If I'm making a phone call in my mobile, my call charges will be stored somewhere. My telephone bill charges will be stored somewhere. My customer information will be stored somewhere. Student mobile numbers should be stored somewhere. Sir, in our programming, storing data is a very common requirement. Whether it is a small, short application, whether it is a bigger application, compulsory, we have to store our data permanently. Okay, like so logging is the different, files is the different. Vedanti Vari, logging is at runtime to store flow of the application. A request came, a request completed. This type of thing is called logging. Exception raised. So the flow is by default considered as logging. But the data storage means in my batch, how many students are there? 25 students are there, or 100 students are there. All the 100 students' mobile numbers, mail IDs, I have to store somewhere. This is not the flow of the application. This is the data related to our application, which is nothing but, sir, these files will come in the picture. Everyone can aware, sir. Don't feel logging is the different. Of course, logging also we are storing the data only, but that data is application flow. But here is the different. Okay, like good to store our data for the future purpose, right? Now, sir, where we have to store? If very less amount of information is there. Very less info is there, sir. Something like 200 students information, or otherwise just a counter value, or otherwise 10 lines, 10 lines normal text data I want to store. Highly recommended, better to go for files concept. Are you getting? Don't go for database concept. Okay, if you are going for database concept, for small, just I want to store one count value, sir. I want to store one count value. Array, how many values are there, man? Only one value in the file, in the permanently. I want to store this count value. First time 0, next time 1, next time 2. I have to store this value permanently somewhere, sir. Don't go for database concept. So to store one int value, going for database is the too stupidness, because for databases licenses must be required. Okay, like there are several. Then when we should go for database concept, if you want to store a huge amount of information, best examples are 200. Observe that 200 300 students information, no problem. Where I can store, sir? 200 or 300 students information, Excel file is enough, or text file is by default enough, sir. But for ICICI Bank, 2 lakh customers are there. 2 lakh customers information I want to store. Can I go for files concept? If I can store file, reading the data from the file, writing, updating in the file is a very dangerous, man. Okay, performance wise going to be down, complexity to the programmer also, big code we require to do if you want to read the data, if you want to update data in the file. That's why, so if you want to store such a type of information, better to go for database concepts. Are you getting that? Okay, like sir, now in the future there may be a chance of huge amount of data I want to store. Not a huge, very huge amount of data. Very huge amount of data I have to store, sir. Something like very huge amount of data I have to store. Okay, so like best example for you, best example, how many videos you are going to upload in the YouTube per day? How many videos you are going to upload in the YouTube per day? So big, huge number of videos, right? How many posts, how many videos, how many images you are going to upload in your Facebook? Are you getting? In the Facebook total, how many video? To store that data, your database concept, sir, is completely hands up. Database can provide support by default 4 GB only. 4 GB only. Okay, then we should go for big data. Are you getting? Big data technologies, we should go for that, sir. Okay, like anyway, just you people should have a big data. Yes, Hadoop, NoSQL, some people are using. Like for such a type of requirement, happily we can go for next level. But anyway, I'm sure this Oracle, MySQL, these kind of databases very soon are going to be sunset. Everyone is going for next level storage devices only, because storage is a huge storage requirements. Requirement of storing our data is going to be very high, because day to day it is keep on changing. Do you know, somewhere I saw, sir, the last, do you know, the data which is generated in the last, sir, 100 years, 200 years, the data which is generated in the last year. Are you getting right? Last year is nothing but like something like a huge data. In the next year, last 100 years, how much data is going to be generated? In the next 2 years or 3 years, only that much data is going to be generated, man. Okay, like every person having a mobile, every person, if anything is happening, immediately they are taking selfie. Are you getting that? Selfie, like immediately what they are going to do, even they are eating, taking the tiffin, or bike riding, or everything, photo upload in the Facebook, where this total data is going to be stored. Compulsory huge storage devices by default will be there. Remember that, sir. Okay, then we should have, sir, better, then we should go for next level concept. But anyway, so yeah, the part of our Python as of now, let me talk about files concept, right? Remember, so when we should go for files concepts are to store, to store, to store very less amount of information. Better to go for files concept. Remember that, sir. Okay, like next, files are permanent storage areas to store our data. Remember that, sir. If you want to store our data permanently, sir, then we should go for files concept. Next, how many types of files are there? How many types of files are there, sir? So total all files we are going to divide into two categories, right? One is text files, one is text files. Next and after that, what the second ones are? Binary files. Are you getting? One is text files, the second one is binary files. So based on the data stored, is divided into two categories, right? Text files, binary files. So what is the meaning of text file? Usually we can store text data. Usually we can store text data in the file, something like our Python program. Something like Python program itself is the text file. Something like Python program itself is the text file. Remember that, sir. So something like image file, something like image file is itself is nothing but binary data. Video file itself is nothing but binary data. Remember that, sir. How many types of files are available? Two types of files are available. First one is text file, second one is binary file. Remember that, sir. Clear up to this? Any doubt about this terminology, sir? Okay, like now, sir, opening whether it is the binary file or whether it is the text file. If you want to perform any operation, first what I have to do is I have to open the file. Are you getting? How you can opening a file, sir? Remember this one. I want to open a file. What are various options are there for opening up the file? Just wait for a minute. First, if you want to write the data, if you want to perform any operation with respect to the file, I want to write the data or I want to read the data. First step is we have to open that file. Are you getting right? So after open, you can perform whatever operation you can able to perform, sir. How you can open a file? Clear for elaborate? First operation, what we have to do? We require to open a file. Okay, sir. Here, while opening the file, you have to specify for which purpose you are going to open this file. Do you want to perform read operation? Do you want to perform write operation? Do you want to perform append operation? Are getting like compulsory we have to specify, sir, for which purpose we have to open this file. Okay, remember that, sir. So before performing any operation like read and write, sir, on the file, first we have to open that file. For this, we should use Python's inbuilt function open. Are you getting what is the function name, sir? Open. Like a Python's inbuilt function is there, open. Remember that, sir. How you can able to use this one, sir? Very simple. F is equal to open. It is always going to take two arguments, right, sir? Which file name you want to open? Which file name? Next and after that, sir, you want to open for which mode? Is it read mode? Is it read mode, or otherwise is it update mode? Like so first argument should be file name, second argument should be mode. Remember this one, sir. Sir, file name something like abc.txt. Are you getting abc.txt? Okay. Hey, can you please open abc.txt? For which purpose you are going to, sir? Read purpose. Are you getting? R is nothing but what? Read purpose, right? Okay. I will discuss what are various modes are available. Are you getting basic idea? Sir, can you please open abc.txt file? Sir, for reading purpose. Do you know minimum 10 to 15 programs we are going to discuss? Don't worry, sir. It is not a final thing. Just aware. So two arguments you require to pass. What is the first one? File name. Second one is mode. The allowed modes in Python are okay. First one, sir, remember that R. Can you please tell what is the meaning of R? Respond. What is the meaning of R? Read. Sir, now open an existing file. Open an existing file for read operation. For read operation, right? Now immediately you may ask the doubt. Suppose if the specified file is not available, man, what will happen? If the specified file, you are asking, I want to read the data from so and so file, but unfortunately that file is not available. Can you please tell what will happen? Okay, immediately you are going to get file not found error. Remember this one. What is that error, son? File not found error we are going to get. So it opens an existing file for read operation. The file pointer is always pointing at the beginning of the file. Remember that, sir. It is open existing, it's open the file pointer is always at the beginning of the file. If the specified file not already available, then immediately you are going to get file not found error. Remember, it is the default mode. It is the default mode. If you are not specifying any mode, sir, then automatically default mode is always, sir, this read only, read mode, right? Next, similar to read, can you please guess what is the second one? What is the second mode? Read. What is the second one? Write. Somewhere, I hope in the Unix, these type of things are applicable, right? Yes, man. There is 1 or 2 persons, Unix experts are there in our session, it seems. In the Unix, these type of things are there, right? Shell. Okay, like maybe here also the same. So W. W means open an existing file. Open an existing file for which operation? Existing file for write operation. Are you getting write operation, right? Open an existing file for write operation, right? If the file already contains some data, sir, file is already there, sir. File is already there. That already contains some data. Then what will happen? This mode is going to override that existing data. Remember this one. What this one is going to do, sir? This mode is going to override existing data. Next, if the specified file not already available, then this mode will create that file. Remember that. If the specified mode is not already available, then automatically, if the specified file is not already available, then this one is going to create that file. Remember this one. That's all. I hope clear. Up to this, how many modes we covered? 2 modes. What is the first one? What is the first one? Read. Second one, sir. W means write. It is not for append. Remember, it is not for append because it is not for append. It is meant for overriding. Now, sir, don't override. Please don't override because I may miss my data. What I have to do, sir? Append operation I have to do. Then that is the third mode. Remember that. Okay. What is the third mode is? Yes, sir. A means what? Append. What it means, sir? What is the meaning of append operation? Is open an existing file for append operation. It won't override existing data. If the specified file not already available, then this mode will create a new file. Remember that. If the specified file is not already available, then it will create the file, no problem. If the file already contains some data, that the data by default will be as it is. Continuation, this one is going to write the data. Clear? Yes, ma'am. So W means override. Srikanth Reddy. W means override existing data. Okay. But A means continuation, it is going to add. Sir, appending. Appending means already existing plus new thing is nothing but append mode. Okay. What is the fourth one? Can you please guess any other things? Yes, ma'am. What is the meaning of R plus? Okay. Listen a bit very carefully, sir. R plus. Plus means what? Read and write. Plus means what? Read and write. After R, read and write. So to read and write data into the file, sir, I want to perform 2 operations, right? Read operation and write operation. Then you can take read and write. The previous data in the file will not be deleted because you are going to read, right? It will not be deleted, sir. Next, the file pointer is always pointing at the beginning of the file only. Remember that. Next, sir, I can take W plus. Sorry, I can take W plus. Sir, W plus means what? Write and read. Are you getting? W plus means what? Write and read. So first write operation is going to be performed. That's why to write and read data, it will override existing data. Remember this one. It is not going to override. First read and then write. Okay. But here is nothing but like write and. Sir, Onkar, are you getting right? So sometimes my requirement is, sir, I want to read and then I want to perform write operation also. Sir, here R means I want to perform only read operation. only read operation. But R plus means I want to read and then write operation also. Remember that, sir. In this case, sir, the data won't be deleted. Overriding is not going to be happen. Remember that. But in this case, what will happen? First, override existing data, and then you, if you want, you can perform read operation, right? Next, 6 ones are A plus. What is the meaning of A plus, right? A plus, A plus. To append and read. Observe, to append and read. What is the difference between W plus and A plus? W plus and A plus, override and then read. But A plus is nothing but append and then read. Append and then read. To append the data and then read the data from the file. It won't override existing data, but this one is nothing but override existing data. Observe that, sir. Next, seventh one, X. Seventh one, X. Can you please tell what is the meaning of X? Kata. Executor. Hare? What's the meaning of X? X. To open a file in exclusive creation mode. Sir, observe this one. Exclusive creation mode. Exclusive creation mode. Okay, for write operation. For write operation. Sir, it is not Unix X. Here it is a different. Observe that X. To open a file for exclusive creation mode for write operation. Then immediately ask, sir, anyway for write operation only, but exclusive creation mode. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? Yes, Srikanth Reddy. For all these things, examples are going to be covered. Don't worry about these things. So just I'm telling, oh boss, these are the modes are possible. That's all my intention. Just I'm introducing the terminology. We will discuss. Can you please tell, sir, what is the meaning of exclusive creation mode? If you observe that very carefully, that line itself is going to tell what is the meaning of that. Exclusive creation mode for write operation. Yes, very simple. I want to write the data. File should not be already there. If the file is already there, then automatically, sorry, I can't continue. Immediately I will raise the file exists error. Are you getting that? File exists error. Sir, it should create a new file. And it should write the data. If with the same name, if the file is already available, then I will give left and right. Okay. So what it's going to write? File exists error. Are you able to understand, right? What is the error? By default, we are going to get file exists error. Sir, to use this one, file should not be already available. If the file is already available, then automatically, immediately it can't continue further. File exists error. Remember that. Clear? So total, what are various modes are available? Anyone, can you please read once? Read, write, append. Read, write, append. Next, read plus, write plus, append plus. Read and write and read, append and read. Okay. X means exclusive operation. File should not be already there. If it should not be already there, it should create a fresh file and then it has to write the data. That's all. So total, how many modes we cover? Anyone, can you please tell how many modes we discussed? Sir, 7 modes. Seven modes we cover, right? Sir, all these 7 modes are applicable only for text files. Remember this one. All these 7 modes are applicable only for text files, right? So if you want use for binary files, I want to read the data, image data. I want to write image data. Then automatically with this, just for every mode suffixed with B. Are you getting? Suffixed with B. Then automatically your modes will become RB, WB, AB. Next and after that R plus B, W plus B. Next and after that A plus B. Next and after that X plus B. Are you getting? Sorry, XB. Like these modes meant for. Okay, what this concept is, sir, right? I mean for binary files. Clear, right? Yes, Omkar, correct. W plus means write and read. We will discuss what will happen that. Yes, sir. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. These are various things what you people should aware, right? Okay, remember that. So these are the modes whatever we have. Next, after completing our required operation, sir, I open the file and then I perform some operation. After completing our required operation, highly recommended, compulsory, we have to close the file. Regarding highly recommended, compulsory, we have to close the file. Otherwise, system resources by default will become wasted. Too many open files. Somewhere you may get errors also in the server logs. That's why highly recommended to close the files. How you can able to close, sir? So after completing our operations on the file, highly recommended to close the file. For this, we have to use close function. F for dot close. Regarding what is the function we require to use, right? F for dot close function. Even if you are not using, no problem, but recommended good programming practice, sir, we require to use close, so that internal file allocated resources will be released, so that system is always fresh. Remember, by mistake, if you are not closing, then at certain point, too many open files, system is going to be slowed down. Sometimes maybe a chance of crashing also. That's why after completing any operation, sir, file operations, compulsory we require to close that. Remember that, sir. Okay, that's all. Next, there are some properties are there related to the files. Regarding various properties of the file object. Remember that, sir. Various properties of the file object. What properties are there, sir? Various properties are related to the file object, right? Very simple. Once we open a file, we got file object. We can get the various details related to that file. Hey, file, what is your name? File, what is your name? In which mode you open this one? Is it closed already or not? Is it readable file or not? Is it writable file or not? Like you can able to ask, you can able to ask all this information, right? Okay, on the file object. What is the first one? F for dot name. F means file object, right? Assume that. F for dot name. Properties are name, represent name of the opened file. Next, F for dot mode. In which mode the file is open? So if you want to, then automatically F dot mode you can use. Sir, F for dot closed. F dot closed returns boolean value indicates that whether the file is closed or not. Are you getting? Sir, now can you please tell these are variables or methods? Anyone? Array, respond, man. These are variables or methods, sir? Ayo. F is the object. What about this? Name, mode, closed. These are variables, not methods, sir. Not methods. If it is the method, I may open, bracket, close. I'm not using bracket, open, bracket, close. That's why these things are variables only. Don't get confused, right? Don't get confused. That's why intentionally I'm telling you. Some people may feel it's the method, like it is the variables. Next, F for dot. Is this file is the readable file? Is this file is the readable file? Now, is it a method or variable? Is it a method or variable? This one is a method. Remember that. F for dot, is it writable? Is it writable file? Sir, can I able to perform write operation on this file? Like these are various. By using there, happily you are allowed to access various properties of the file object, right? Clear? Can I go for a small example? How to get properties? Once you are feeling comfortable, then how you can write the data, how you can read the data, that part I will discuss. Okay. First, observe a bit carefully, sir. Sir, I'm taking F is equal to, can you please open? Sir, which file you want to open? abc.txt file. In which mode you want to open? Sir, W mode. Regarding W mode, right? Okay, like now you can ask complete information. Print of file name. Okay, like how you can able to ask F for dot name. Regarding F for dot name. Next, and after that, file mode. In which mode the file is open? Okay, mode. Next, is a file closed or not? Is a file closed or not? Okay, like you can ask. Next point, file mode. Is a file readable? Is a file readable? Is a file readable or not? Readable or not? Okay, like can you please tell what I have to take, sir? F for dot readable. F for dot readable. Like is a file writable or not? Is file writable? Next writable or not? Are you getting? Next is a file closed? Is file closed? Like F for dot closed. Okay, Divya, can you please observe that? Observe that. Good. Readable is a method. Writable is a method. But a name, mode, closed, these things are properties. Remember that these three things are properties. Have you observed? Have you observed? These three things are properties. But these two are methods. Methods like this, right? Observe. Okay. Now let me execute this code. Sir, can you please tell, is abc.txt file should be compulsory available? Ayo, respond. It should be compulsory available? No, because I'm using which mode? W mode, right? If it is not already there, automatically it's going to create that file. No problem at all, sir. Okay. Now have a look once. Okay, file name abc.txt, file mode W mode. Is a file readable? Is a file readable? False. So because you open this file for write operation, man, is file writable? Yes, happily you can able to do. Is a file closed? Is file closed? No, I didn't close. I didn't close. Suppose f dot close, f dot close. Now you can ask, is it closed or not? Now you can ask, is it closed or not? F dot close, and then you can ask, is it closed or not? What is the answer? First time what is the answer? First time what is the answer? False. But second time what is the answer? True. Observe, is it really happening or not? Yes, is closed false first time, but second time is nothing but true by default you are going to get. That's all. So how to create file object, next and after that how you can able to access various properties of the file. Okay, like readable or not, writable or not. Like, sir, now let me take R. Let me take R. Sir, file is already there. File is already there. That's why no problem at all. Sir, file is already there. Where this file will be created? Where this file will be created? In the current working directory. Remember that. What is my current working directory? D:Durga classes. There it will be created, sir. So like if you don't want in the current working directory, full path you have to specify something like C:, something like C:/ something like you can able to specify. Yes, it is acceptable. Okay, like now readable. Can you please have a look? File mode read. Is file readable? True. Is file writable? False. Is the file closed? False. Is the file true? Like this, right? Next I'm taking A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Next R. Observe that, sir. A, B, C, like I'm taking. Can you please observe? Because whenever we are using read operation, compulsory this file should be available or not? Yes, if this file is not available, are you getting file not found error? No such file or directory. Like this it's going to tell. Clear? Okay. Next, open in exclusive mode. Open in exclusive mode. Is it going to work or not? Is it going to work or not? Yes, 1 minute. Yeah, in this case, is it going to work or not? Yes, definitely, because so this file is not already there. Not already there. Now observe, not already there. File mode X, is file readable? False, because exclusively for write operation only, like this, right? Now let me execute again. Can you please tell, is it going to work or not? Can you please tell, is it going to work or not? Is it going to work or not? Because this file is already available, because this file is already created. Now observe that. Hey, file is already available, man. How you are asking about exclusive mode? File is already there. Exclusive mode means the file should not be there. Clear? I hope some people are getting small chota clarity. What is the meaning of X? X, exclusive mode. Exclusive mode means file should not be already there. We can able to perform only write operation. Open, read, open the file in exclusive mode, exclusive creation mode. Okay, like this. Next, so these are various modes are there. Next, how you can write the data to text files. I want to write the data to the text files. How you can able to write, sir? Very simple. So writing data to the text files. Some person, Omkar, is asking the doubt. His doubt is, what is the difference between W and X? Can you please confirm what is the difference between W and X? W for write operation, X is for write operation. So in the case of W, file may be available, may not be available. If the file is already available, it will override existing data. If the file is not already available, it will create new file. But in this case, sir, file may be available, may not be available. No, compulsory. The file should not be available. It should create a new file only. Are you, Omkar? Are you able to see the difference? Okay, that's all. Sir, now how you can able to write the data to the text file? Very simple, sir. F dot write off str. Whatever data you want to write, str like F dot write lines. If you want, you can write multiple lines also, no problem at all. But what is the argument you have to pass? List of lines. All your data you can place inside a list. You can pass that list. Yeah, the argument, right? Okay. Now, sir, how many methods are available, sir? Two methods are by default available, right? Okay. Now, let me go for a small chota example how to use these two things, right? Legend this one. So I'm taking F is equal to abcd dot txt. F is equal to abcd dot txt. W, I want to write the data, right? W mode, right? Now F dot write off, F dot write off. Sir, I'm trying to write Durga backslash n. What the meaning of backslash n? Can you please tell what the meaning of backslash n? New line, right? Okay, Durga like a new line. Okay, next software. Okay, Durga software. Next one after that, just I'm taking solutions. Okay, like that's all. This is Durga software solutions, like print of data written successfully. Data written successfully to the file. Like this I'm taking, sir. Very simple. Now abcd.txt, is it compulsory should be available or not available? Not required. If it is not already available, no problem. It is going to. If this file already contains some data, no issue. This mode is going to override existing data. If it is already contains some data, it will override existing data. My file, if I open after this program, it should contain only these 3 lines of data only. Have a look. Yes, ma'am. Data written successfully to the file. Let me open that file in the current working directory. What is that file name? abcd.txt. Are you seeing Durga software solutions? By default we are going to get, sir. Now my question is, observe a bit very carefully, sir. Now my question is, sir, here I'm taking, I will execute again. I want to execute again this file. If I execute again this file, after completion of execution, what is the content of the file? Yes, ma'am. What is the content of the file? Is it going to override existing data or is it going to append existing data? It's going to override again, override. Are you getting again? Override. If I open the file, how many times it will be there? Only once. Are you getting? If I open the file, how many times it will be there, sir? Only once. Clear for lap, right? Yes? Okay. Sir, don't override. Can you please perform append operation? If you want to perform append operation, what we have to take instead of W? What I have to take, sir? A. instead of W, A. A means append. How many times it's these many number of times my data will be added to the file. Let me open that. Yes. Oh, first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and so on. 11 times the program got executed. 11 into 3, 33 lines by default is going to come. Clear, right? Are you seeing the difference between append mode and overriding mode? Correct or not? Okay, that's all. Next, Divya, she's asking to open from the command prompt. Yes, is it possible to open a file from the command prompt? Windows command prompt? Array, respond, man. No, no. Are they possible or not? Possible. Which command we require to use? Cat or type? Cat or type? Cat is the Unix related, I hope. Correct, right? Here I hope long days before I used it somewhere. Type abcd.txt. abcd.txt. Good. Are you able to see the command, right? That's command. I remembered. Good. Long days before I used this command once. Okay, type is the command, Divya. Type abcd. Now it is going to provide the content of the file. Clear, right? Okay, that's all, sir. This is how you can able to write data to the file. Sir, am I writing single line of the data or not? I mean, write off one line. Then immediately you ask, sir, you told you can able to write the list of lines also, sir. You can able to write a list of lines also. Sir, I want to write a list of lines. Can you please guide? You may ask. Very simple, sir. A, B, C, D. Next, let me take write mode. Let me take write mode, right? Sir, now what I want to take here is, sir, instead of this, list is equal to just I want to write, okay, I want to write, sir, Sunny, okay, /n, okay, like I'm taking, sir. Next and after that, okay, Bunny, /n, okay, like I'm taking. Next and after that, okay, Sunny, Bunny, Chinny, /n, okay. Any other name? Winnie, Winnie, like I can /n, okay, like I did, sir. Sir, total, my list, funny, Tinny, funny, Minnie, okay, well, sir, now this is the list. Sir, my list contain, how many elements are there? Can I spell out how many elements are there in the list, sir? Four elements are there, sir. F dot, write lines of list. F dot, write lines of list. Then automatically, this total data, okay, is going to be written to file. Write mode, override existing data. Remember that. Okay. Yes, perfect. Let me open the file. Now the file content is Sunny, Bunny, Chinny, Winnie. Correct, right? Yes, we are seeing how you can able to write single line, how you can able to write multiple lines. But make sure, sir, if you are not using this /n, if you are not using this bloody /n, what will happen? Can you please scratch it? This is a bit dangerous headache, sir. Okay, if you are not using this one, then automatically what will happen? Sorry, sir. What will happen? Run. Let me print. Oh, are you seeing the difference, right? The total thing is going to come in the same line. Okay, that's also. This is how to open the file. Next and after that, how you can able to read the data, how you can able to write the data, and so on. Okay, you can define a function to open a file, and then you can call that function. Yes, we can able to do that, no problem. That is the next level coding. Okay, so in the next session I will tell what is the how to read the data from the file, what are various options next. But anyway, highly recommended after completing this write operation, what we have to do, sir? Close. Good programming practice, right? Close. Next, even numbers, all the things, Boolean type, all the total thing is considered character data only. You can write any type of data, no problem. Numbers, text data, like all these things by default you can, but you have to pass in the form of string only, it seems. Okay, like now sir, next I mean in the next session I will talk about the remaining things. Don't worry about that. 2 to 3 sessions we require to talk about this total concept, right? File handling. Okay, right. Thank you, man. Thanks for all. Tomorrow we'll meet for the continuation part.